Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing how you can make some delicious brown mandazis at home. Let's get going. So you're going to need a 1 kg brown all-purpose flour, some water, which is optional in this case. You're also going to be needing a grater to get the zest from the lemon, some baking powder, and some 25 grams margarine, milk 250 ml, and remember you need some sugar or some eggs and some sugar to taste, okay, and some mixing bowls, of course. So start by pouring your flour into a bigger bowl and mix in 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Ensure that you mix it thoroughly into the flour to get the right consistency. You can also use self-raising flour. Then add 2 heaps of the flour into a mixing bowl. And I'm just going to add 5 tablespoons of sugar into my milk. Then I'm going to make a small crater into my flour and add some milk. Then start mixing. Remember, as you mix, you can add some little flour if your dough is super watery, or milk if your dough gets hard enough. Then I'm going to add eggs, or 3 eggs, and the same process continues of mixing slowly as you add in more egg or more flour, until you get the right consistency of the dough. Also remember, you don't have to use milk. You can use water, or also you can avoid using eggs. So let's add our 25 grams margarine to a mixture and mix the dough so that the margarine gets to every corner of the flour. This is to make it, the mandazis get fluffy and soft. Then we are going to grate our lemon to get the zest out of it, and then mix the dough with the zest so that you get that lemony flavor at the end of it. And once you're done with that, we're going to transfer our dough to the table so that we knead it further to get those air bubbles out of it. And once you're done with all that, we are going to pour some dry flour into that, and then we are going to cover our dough into the mixing bowl using a dampened cloth and leave it for around 20 to 30 minutes for the dough to settle down. And once it has settled down, we are going to again transfer our dough back to the table. As you can see, it has become softer, it is elastic. So this is what you want with your dough. So knead it one final time, and then we are going to start cutting the pieces that we are going to make the mandazis from. Remember to cut a sizable chunk of the mandazi ball, so that once you cook them, you don't get some that are really hard. And place them on the table and spread them with the rolling pin. And again, roll them to a level that it's thick enough so that when you dip them in the hot oil, they don't crack or they don't become hard. And then you're going to cut them to your desired shape. I prefer cutting them in that kind of shape so that I have 4 pieces from one round piece. And then now we're going to go ahead and do the same for every bit of it. And once you've placed your cooking oil under high heat and it's ready, we are going to trial with a small bit of the dough just to test whether the temperature of the cooking oil is right. So dip it in, and once it comes out, like in this case, our cooking oil is ready to cook the rest of the mandazis. And Remember, while you're dipping them in, be careful so that you don't dip your finger in the hot oil. One mandazi will take around 1 minute or less than 1 minute to cook on both sides. Okay, make sure that the temperature of the oil is not very high and not very low. If it's very high or very low, your mandazis will end up being so hard and cracked, and you don't want that. Then once you're done with that, make sure that you have a place to transfer them and layer them with a paper towel to absorb all the oil. And then we are going to do the same with all the other pieces of mandazi. And my hope is that you'll try this recipe at home. And if you do, please share in the comments below how yours turned out. And thank you so much for watching. My hope is that you've learned something new about preparing brown mandazis. And if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy. Bye bye.